Hi everybody, Brandon with Steprock Media. You can see what the subject is right there on your screen. We're going to put our PowerPoints on a diet. I'm going to show you 3 different ways that you can reduce the file size of your PowerPoints. They tend to get out of control. You know how it is. They get bigger and bigger and bigger, and then the file size gets so big you can't even email it. What do you do with it? How do you fix it? I'm going to give you 3 of them, and just for fun, we're going to do a countdown. Number 3 is going to be our slide masters. You're going to hit the view button and you're going to hit the button that looks like this little icon that I drew here. It says slide master. This is going to take you into the templates that are driving your entire slide deck. If you've been copying and pasting slides from other people, you might have picked up all of their masters. And you can see there's a whole bunch of different masters in here. And what you can do is you could hover over each one and it says used by no slides, used by no slides, so on and so forth. You can delete them one by one. If the entire set is no longer being used because you did the right thing, and that would be to apply it to your core template that you were using, then you can actually get rid of the entire set of templates. Get the top level of it, right-click that guy, hit delete, master. Boom. Same thing over here. I'm not using any of these, and we can delete the master. And we could even go through here. We can see this one's used by one slide, so we can't delete it. But if you want to go through and delete the other ones, that is fine too. Just beware if you delete it, it won't be there for you to use that layout in the future. And under Slide Master, I'll hit Close Master View to get back into it. And what those are, it's the layout. So when you do a new slide, it's got all these layouts. And if you're not using them, you're not going to use them, you can delete them. So they can contribute pretty heavily to getting a bigger and bigger file, especially if you're taking slides from other people and assembling a final product. All right, next up on our list, number 2 on the countdown. It's video and audio. With video, I think you're kind of out of luck, I'm afraid. They're just big. They're really big. If you don't need to have the video in the file, what you could do is just link to it, link to your YouTube, Vimeo, wherever you have it. That assumes you're going to be able to do that, on the time when you're going to show your presentation. But yeah, if you don't need to have the video, that's one way to get around it. Audio, you can make it a little bit smaller. If it's a WAV file and you re-export it as an MP3 file, you could do that. You could do that with a free program. Audacity is one that I like to use. You can make those files a little bit smaller, but yeah, the more multimedia you put in your presentation, the more backed into a corner you're going to be. And they do contribute big time to the file size of your presentation. But within PowerPoint, there's not a ton to be done about it. So do be careful and make sure that you really do, need those multimedia files. All right, and number 3, pictures of handsome guys on couches. That will absolutely make your file sizes huge, enormous. This image was like 3,000 pixels across, and when I insert it into PowerPoint, I want to resize it, right? I grab it and size it down to fit my presentation. But as far as PowerPoint is concerned, this image is still huge. It's still the original size of the image. I also cropped it. We'll hit the crop button under Picture Format tab here, crop. You can see there's a bunch of stuff that I cropped in. All that stuff is still there, okay? The more you add images into a PowerPoint slide deck, the bigger this file is going to get. This has got to be the top thing that I always see people doing when their file sizes are getting out of control. This is so important to compress your images that I think it should be kind of a mandatory last step before you send that PowerPoint file out the door. And it's really easy, and you can do it within PowerPoint. That's the great thing about it. Click any of the images that you've inserted, and I'll pick this one since we're looking at it. Under the Picture Format tab, you should see a button that says Compress Pictures. If you don't, try going and inserting another picture just with the Insert Picture button and get one from your computer. That'll be fine too, because it's going to apply to all of them. So just get any picture, even if it's just temporarily in there to force it to behave itself. And we'll hit Compress Pictures. What we want to do is do not check Apply only to this picture. Do not check that. Uncheck that box. That way it will apply it to all the pictures that you have. And you might delete the cropped areas of the picture. If you know you're not going to go back and uncrop it, you can go ahead and just send it to the trash can. It'll be gone. But the really big enchilada here is that you want to pick a file size that is smaller than the one that it was in the first place. If you go for the small one, 96 pixels per inch, okay, that will definitely make your file smaller. I guarantee it. But you might lose some quality of your images. But yeah, try it. You can always hit the undo button if this doesn't work for you. 150 will be all right. When you do 220, 330, you're probably not getting much savings on your file size anyway, but try a couple of these settings and then look at your file size, have a window open with the file over there and see what the file size turned into. But all you have to do is choose one of these and hit OK. And be careful, by the way, with logos. Logo art that is in there, it might really take a hit if you go too small, like that 96 dpi. It can really, really impact those logos. So before you say, okay, let's save it and go with it, make sure you're good with it because you only get this one chance to hit the undo button, okay? So if it doesn't look good, you get this one chance to hit undo and go back and try again. But this will probably do a world of good for making your file sizes smaller. I hope this helps you. Please hit the like button and please hit the link down below. I'll have a link to t-shirts in this video. So if you want to help me out and you want to check out a cool t-shirt, I would appreciate that. If you have any comments, questions, I will also try to answer you. I hope you guys have a great day and that this was helpful to you. Bye now.